sold-out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, set.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Lance now on first down. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
38, yellow, 1. Shot, 17.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Harris running straight ahead. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw, it's Lance. That's caught by Meredith right side. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. He rifles one that's intercepted. There he goes right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, just an excellent play there by the defense to not only pick it but take it back, because Charles looked like they were in a groove passing the football, several completions until that mistake.
They certainly did appear to be locked in, and with how this offense was moving along, I know we certainly didn't expect to see a pick to end this series. Whatever the cause was, maybe they tipped one of those scripted plays, maybe the defender just made a great read. It has certainly quickly changed the tone of this one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Lance on third down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Here's Tyler Newsome now. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. They'll start on the ground. Hall. Always got some breathing room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Yeah. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And 22 more yards there and another first down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
On first and 10, it's Hall. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Hall again on second down. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 27. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. They'll go for it. It's Hall. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on fourth down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On the set.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here we go.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Lance. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On second down, this is Harris. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. An option handoff given to Harris. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Check hut. Check pitch.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson from 13 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from drawing level. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Give to Hall running right. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hall again on 2nd down. And he's got room. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lowered in the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
On 1st and 10, Parker. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there and end up making the play.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Parker. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back into 32. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On the give, this is Harris. They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Lance to throw it. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Lance. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Jets will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Parker. He finds Wilson. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Parker going right back to Wilson. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he lost the football. And I think the offense got it back. Yes, they did. At the 2-yard line is where they'll have it. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Parker. He dumps this one off here to Hall. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Lance. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
A final shot before half for Lance. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Parker. Green with a catch left side. His first reception in the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Parker now on first down. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And this is caught. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 61 yards. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
They hand this off to Harris. 93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete there to Johnson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Yeah, boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. On play action, Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. And Lance now to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And they'll work this down inside the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st down, Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And Lance will try again on 2nd down. Gets it to Meredith, complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here we go.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Harris going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Najee Harris, well built for work down here near the end zone. That's a nice job there to hold him up. But I doubt we've seen the last of him on this drive.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Ready, go.
Again, it's Harris, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defender.
Touchdown! Deontay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's Parker on 1st and 10. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Hall on a give up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Parker looking to throw on 2nd down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
And this offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Parker. He's got Green. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Back to throw. Parker. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well because in the back of his mind he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set them back on 2nd. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Lance going to throw. Completes this one to Meredith. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Right, 97.
To throw, it's Lance. Completes this one to Pickens. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. Desperation time here. Lance eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Parker throwing on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown Jets. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Jets are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. being chased out left. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us. No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so. But maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, all right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock.
Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready. Ready?
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Here we go.
And they take a knee. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And they will take a knee here. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Okay, right? Green back.
And they'll go for it. Lance. And my goodness, another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. And they take a knee. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship.